Good evening, I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Kim Holden. It is a rainy night across southeast Louisiana, and it could be just a hint of what's to come for the rest of the week.
Chief Meteorologist David Bernard has more on what to expect as we head into the peak of carnival season. President Trump left for Vietnam today for a second meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The two will sit down this week as the U.S. pushes for denuclearization of North Korea. A meeting between the two 8 months ago ended with pledges of nuclear disarmament. However, since then, satellite images show North Korea has expanded a key long-range missile base. But the Secretary of State says there are some good signs. U.S. officials hope this week's summit will provide a more defined plan for North Korea to give up its nuclear weapons. The Army Corps plans to open the Bonnie Carey Spillway this week for the third time in 4 years. The water in the Mississippi has been high for several months. Crews have been checking levees for seepage and other issues since November. The Corps will start opening the spillway's bays on Wednesday. That sends some river water into Lake Pontchartrain and relieves pressure on levees downstream. The Corps says workers could eventually open 200 of the spillway's 350 bays, but those projections could change depending on rain and other conditions. John Snell reports on traditional and not so traditional efforts to bring back Louisiana's cypress forests and nature's natural hurricane defenses in this Coast in Crisis report. Last year, the Lake Pontchartrain Basin Foundation planted about 800,000 trees. This year, they'll plant roughly 1 million, half of them bald cypress.
Pelicans interim GM Danny Ferry says the Pelicans are lucky to have Jrue Holiday.
Find out what else he had to say about the new face of the franchise and how they fare tonight coming up in sports.
Now we're talking football.
Yeah, spring practice, what? That'll be here
Spring
soon.
practice, March 6th, something like that. And then the spring game, 1st of April.
Soon.
With a little pro day sprinkled in between.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we'll be in fall practice and football again. Slow down.
That's the news. Thanks for
You still
watching.
have some vacation to take. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Next newscast starts at
4:30 in the morning.
Yes, it does. See ya.
Oh, and you're never too old to shake your groove thing. Kim Holden, Fox 8, Local First.
The team doesn't hold auditions every year, but rather about every 5 years. They look for dancers 55 and older with big personalities.
Man, they just light up the
don't
court. They are so fun.
Oh,
they
good
really
stuff.
are. One of my mom's friends is on the team.
You saw her in there, yes?
And she's good.
She is, well, they're all good, right?
They really are.
Yeah, good stuff. Love that story.
I want that energy when I get there.
No kidding. That would be nice. The State Police Commission is basically responsible for policing state police. That board lost a powerful member after our investigation. Hey, Mr. Braxton. Lee Zurich.
Calvin Braxton is one of a handful of Louisianians with the weighty position of policing the police.
This is the kind of public corruption that we talk about all the time in various contexts. This is just another example, and it's unacceptable.
As a commissioner, you don't have a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Absolutely you do not, and the honor of being appointed to this position should impose upon you internally a sense of propriety, and you should be bending over backwards to not do anything that even gives the appearance of trying to abuse your power.
State of Unrest was a year-long, complicated investigative series to produce. We filed more than 30 public records requests this year for information from state police. The records in our video produced a series of stories that raised serious questions about whether officials in law enforcement were violating the values they promised to uphold, leaving state police in a state of unrest. Thanks for watching.